something.
Well, and we'll get to that, talking a little bit about search engine optimization, folks. This is the key word that I've heard of late, is search engine optimization. 6 months ago, I had no idea what the term was. Now I'm trying to actually apply the principles of search engine optimization to a couple of websites that I've been developing myself. That's how inspiring these folks really are, and how well laid out the book is too. It takes it point by point. I don't know whether I just got lucky or what, but whenever I found this book, I was actually using the exact same software program that you talk about in the book. And so I was able to turn, page 170 or 180 and see, oh, this is where I need to, enhance my title tags or what have you. So somebody watching us at home today or on the internet, and they have an idea for developing a website, whether it's a personal website or whether it's a business website, what's the first step that they should take?
It's kind of backwards to think of it this way, but they have to think of their target audience first and foremost, because that's the only way you'll really get traffic in the end, like what you did with your site. So if they have something in mind, the best thing to do is to think of keywords that relate to their topic, and then they can build their business name from there and build a site from that point.
Yes. We learned a key phrase a while back. It's called getting the eyeballs, the right eyeballs to your site. And what that means is to actually get the people that are looking for the information that you have to your site. That's the key. So anybody can have a website out there and it'll be in cyberspace, but if you don't have anybody that can either find it or, you don't know what it is that you're selling exactly, and no one's, everybody's confused, you're never going to have any traffic to your site to make any difference.
And I guess the key is if you're thinking about developing an e-commerce site as well, is developing, a product that you're not going to have to compete with 100 million other websites. And it seems like a big part of it. And, whether your idea is community related and nonprofit related, that you could use the principles of search engine optimization just the same as whether you were in private business.
Exactly.
It seems like to me. So why did you guys get into this business, e-commerce? Why did you get into it?
That's a good question.
Well, I was at a point in my life personally where I just needed something different. I knew there was more. I just wanted to experience more, and I've always loved computers, but it really wasn't part of my deal, I guess you could say. The younger generation, of course, they take to it like water. My generation is like the older generation before us with the VCRs. We can do it, it's easy, but they didn't really understand it. Same principle here. But I knew it was part of society. It was here to stay, it was here to last, and it was something I was going to have to learn about to do. And people were using it to make money, to put out information, to make a difference. And I wanted to do something like that, and that's basically how we started to do that. We had an idea, and we just started to build it from the ground up, and to see what happened. We had some assumptions, early assumptions that were totally correct, but it's turned out to be a real blessing.
Well, let's chat about that. A lot of times we can learn from not necessarily our mistakes, but things that we could do better in this world, certainly. I'm thinking about it every day with the TV show and enhancing this a little bit and making it better for you guys who are watching. So what things would you do differently, having gone through the process of developing a couple of websites, now that you've gone through that? What mistakes, if you will, did you make along the way?
Well, we made quite a few just with design and trying to be too creative, but I think that they were all worth it because we saw the bigger picture after we made the mistakes.
Yes.
So in any business, I think you have to go through the mistakes, or else you're not going to be the greatest business you could become. And that's...
And like you guys are saying, but I wouldn't really call them mistakes. They're just, it's just things that are brought to your awareness that help you fine-tune an idea. And it's just, I think patience is really a big key, because I had some other things on the side that I'm passionate about, such as aviation, that have kind of took the side road because I thought things were going to take off a little more quickly with the internet. So just be patient, and I think that's about the best thing you can do. Understand that this is a real business, it's a real entity, it's not something that's a fad. And what I mean by that is that you're going to have to work. you're going to have to take some action, and you're going to have to work with it and through it and create it. But by that, it's going to be a real blessing in your life. It's going to be really something that's worthwhile, and you'll see that it's real, just as real as a concrete store on the corner, just as real.
Now, how did you guys meet and become business partners?
Well, I was the internet manager at a company in our town, and Tobin really wanted to do something online, but he had no idea where to start. And I wanted to help out, and that's how we just knew this was going to be great.
The first site was called Tobin's Total Access. It was a sales site about cars and about information and new products that were coming out. And it's still on the internet today, but it's just took off from there. And like Pam, she had to use HTML. Now there's templates and codes and simple steps you can take, or easier steps you can take now. But that's basically how it started out. So, and that's how we met.
Awesome. Now, there are so many internet how-to books out there. What makes yours different?
Well, ours is great because it's really 5 books in one.
Yes.
It's a tool. It'll help you to start your own internet business. It'll help you to build your website from start to finish. You can find inventory for your website, all the way through search engine optimization of the website, all the HTML you'll ever need.
Yes.
So if you're concerned, it's covered.
Yep, it's covered from logo design and where to go to actually get the information you need to build, to where to find inventory if you want to go e-commerce, if you want to go that way, or where to find information where you can, put pictures or any type of, media you want to put on there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, for the folks watching us at home, you might have heard me mention the phrase earlier, search engine optimization, or as you hear it, SEO from time to time. So what exactly is search engine optimization?
Well, there's about 3 billion or more websites out there in cyberspace. To appear for a search result, you have to do certain things to your website so that you can be found. And that's the basics of search engine optimization.
It's a process.
If you, for example, if you sell cat clothes, there's probably 4 million other people that do. You need to have that in your site in certain tags, like the title tag, the meta tag, which is all explained really easily, and the alt tag, which is pretty important too for your pictures. And once you have these in place and you have them targeted, then you'll begin to show up in search results. Whereas without SEO or search engine optimization, you wouldn't show up at all, and you'd never be found by traffic.
That's the part of getting the eyeballs to your site. So for instance, somebody's going to be on their search tag on the top, they'll type in fuzzy teddy bears, and that's going to be the keyword that you'll use with this SEO. And SEO is, like Pam was saying, it's a process of getting your tags, which you call the tags, which is the description of the teddy bear on your site. And the search engines themselves, they have machines in the search engine which will find those words and bring it up so you can be on the first or second page.
So if you're watching this at home and you've got an idea for a book about, I ran into a book this past week or so about swords, or if you've got a book about, cooking or knitting, or if you've got an idea about self-help books, the key is to begin, I guess, thinking about all of this in a coherent marketing package where you're designing the book and the website in a way that if somebody does a search for, Afghan knitting, your website comes up at the top of the search rather than 80 pages into it.
Exactly.
And that's really, I guess, the secret to what search engine optimization is, or that's sort of just the layman's term for what it is. But now how to actually achieve that is what we're really talking about here. Is that something that the average internet user can do?
Yes, definitely. Once you understand the basics behind it, how important it is to target your keywords exactly, then all you have to do is follow the steps to put it on your site. And I think they're really pretty simple.
Yes.
And it goes from start to finish. Do this one first, then do this one.
Yes, with the different boxes and the tags. Like Google or Yahoo or whatever you're using, they'll give you the places to put all this in. Yes, it's just